Good morning, dear students. I am Rehana Munni, Associate Professor, Department of English, Government Bangla College, Dhaka. Inviting you all to my class on Nelson Mandela from apartheid fighter to president. From English for Today, Unit 1, Lesson 1. Hope that you are all right by the grace of the Almighty and everything is going fine. Okay, dear students, wish you good luck and a very happy stay in Government Bangla College, Dhaka. Hope that you have already managed your text. If you don't, please try to manage your text very soon. Okay, dear students, welcome you all once again. Today, we will start reading the text from the very opening section of the text. English for Today, Unit 1, Lesson 1. It deals with Nelson Mandela, one of the greatest leaders and personalities of the world. There are some people who are famous in our country and also outside the country. People always remember them. People always remember them with dignity and honor. People remember them even after their death. Why are they famous? Why do people remember them? People remember them because they are famous. Surely, people become famous for their contribution in specific fields. Please take your text and open at page 1, lesson 1. There are some photographs in the very opening section of the text. Do you know them? Who are they? These people are very famous. Now, we will try to know why these people are famous. We will try to remember them and try to find out the secrets behind their fame. Okay, we will try to remember these famous people given in the photograph. Please have a look at the photograph and try to identify these famous personalities. Do you know them? Who are they? Why are they famous? The very first man in the picture, do you know him? Who is he? He is famous all over the world. Can you identify him? Can you remember his name? Dear students, he is Nelson Mandela. He is the famous African today. He is one of the greatest leaders of all time, the first black president of South Africa, and a major world statesman. Throughout his life, he fought against discrimination between the black and the white. He sacrificed much to the struggle for freedom in South Africa. Freedom always was his inspiration. His quest for racial justice for the black Africans as a leader of ANC, African National Congress, led him to 27 years imprisonment. On June 12, 1964, he was imprisoned and was sent to the prison cell of Robben Island. The prison discipline on Robben Island was harsh, even very cruel. Nelson Mandela was released from this imprisonment, released from his captivity on February 11, 1990. He mentioned in his autobiography, the 10,000 days of imprisonment had ended. He was in the prison for long 10,000 days. I think that it is quite surprising for you. In his autobiography, he also mentioned that this long 27 years gave me a surge of strength and joy. I felt even at the age of 71, my life was beginning anew. It is quite surprising for you that this man passed long 27 years, that is long 10,000 days in the prison. His life was full of struggle. All throughout his life, he fought against apartheid, against the discrimination between the black and white. In 1993, for his lifelong struggle, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. And in 1994, he became South Africa's first black president. This man is famous all over the world. He passed throughout his life many days in the prison, and he fought against the apartheid government. And at last, he became successful. And finally, for his struggle, apartheid, that is the discrimination between the black and the white, it was finally uprooted from the African soil, and now it is dead in Africa. Have you got this information about Nelson Mandela? Nelson Mandela, he is one of the greatest leaders of all time. He always passed his days for racial justice, and he always fought for the black of South Africa. And his quest for racial justice for the black of South Africa as a leader of the African National Congress led him to 27 years imprisonment. And I think that it is quite surprising for you that he passed long 10,000 days in the prison, and the Robben Island where he was imprisoned, it was very harsh and even very cruel. This man struggled all throughout his life for establishing the rights of the black in South Africa and to establish democracy in South Africa. And at last, he became successful. Dear students, he is one of the greatest leaders of the world, Nelson Mandela. There is another man in the picture, and he is also very famous. Do you know this man? He is known, but he is our national poet, Kazi Nazrul Islam. Why is he famous? Most of the students will answer that he is famous in our country as a Bidrohi, as a poet of rebellion. That is, he was famous in our country as Bidrohi Kavi. He was a Bengali poet, writer, musician, and the national poet of Bangladesh. He is known as the rebel poet of Bangladesh. He always fought for political and social justice through his writings. This earned him the title Bidrohi Kavi. And you can remember his famous poem, Bidrohi. He was born on 24 May 1899 at Churulia, Asansol. He wrote many poems and also composed many songs, and his songs are collectively known as Nazrul Giti. There are some famous books, I have mentioned here only a few. Chonchita, Mittukhuda, Ognivina, Dhumketu, Shulimala, etc. the famous books of Nazrul. Nazrul composed nearly 4,000 songs, collectively known as Nazrul Giti. But it is very unfortunate for this poet is that in 1942, he began to suffer from an unknown disease, a rare, incurable disease. He lost his voice and memory. After long sufferings, he died on 29 August 1976 at the age of 77. Kavi Nazrul Islam is a very favorite with the students. Most of the students will claim, if we ask, most of the students will claim that he is your favorite poet, because everyone or Nazrul Islam is liked by all the people of Bangladesh and outside Bangladesh. He is a famous poet and he is our national poet. Yet I will show you the photograph of another person. Please have a look at the book and you will find there is a man. Can you identify this man? He is also very famous. Who is he? Can you tell me who is this man? Dear students, he is Dr. Mohammad Shahidullah. Dr. Mohammad Shahidullah. Who is he? Why is he famous? Dr. Mohammad Shahidullah was a linguist. What is the meaning of linguist? A linguist is a person who knows several languages. This man was a linguist and he knew several languages. He was a philologist. Philologist, I have clarified it for you. Philologist is a person who studies the development of languages. So Dr. Mohammad Shahidullah was famous as a philologist, a renowned educationist and writer. He was born on 10 July 1885 and died on 13 July 1969. Please have a look at the screen. Do you know this man? He is very famous all over the world. Who is he? Can you identify this man? He is no one but Bill Gates, a very famous name all over the world. Who is he? We'll try to know about him and why is he famous? Who is he? We'll try to know about Bill Gates. He is an American business magnate. He is an American business magnate. Please have a look at the spelling. Magnate, not magnet. Magnate, it means one who is powerful and successful, especially in business, media or property. Our Bill Gates, he is a business magnate, software developer and philanthropist. What do you mean by philanthropist? What is philanthropy? Philanthropist is a person who helps poor or those who are in need. He is always helpful. He was born on October 28, 1955 in Seattle, in the USA, United States of America. He is best known as the co-founder of Microsoft Corporation. He is one of the best known entrepreneurs and pioneers of the Microsoft revolution of the year 1970s and 1980s. He pursued so far a number of philanthropic endeavors. He performed or he is trying to do a number of philanthropic activities. He is famous all over the world for his contribution and for his helpful activities to the society and to the people all over the world. This is Bill Gates. Okay, dear students, we will try to know about Nelson Mandela. I am showing you a video on the life and works of Nelson Mandela. Please have a look and try to understand the life and works of Nelson Mandela.
Our major weapon of struggle against the market for oppression and exploitation is our people organized into mass formation of the democratic movement.
Nelson Mandela was an anti-apartheid activist and the first black president of South Africa. He was born Hlorisaka Mandela on July 18, 1918, in the rural village of Mvezo. A descendant of the Tambo royal family, Mandela's father served as a local chief and counselor to the king. His devout Christian mother enrolled him in a Methodist school, where he was given the English name Nelson. After his father's death, the 12-year-old Mandela was brought to the center of the Tambo monarchy to be raised by the king's regent. Living among the royal family exposed Mandela to powerful examples of black leadership that remained a source of influence throughout his life. Mandela attended the University College of Fort Hare and studied law at the University of Witwatersrand in Johannesburg. The school's only black student and a frequent target of racism, Mandela soon began to immerse himself in the world of radical politics. In 1944, he joined the African National Congress, an anti-colonialist political party that fought to enfranchise and empower the black population living under an oppressive white authority. Mandela helped to found the ANC's Youth League and quickly rose in its ranks alongside fellow activists Oliver Tambo and Walter Sisulu. With the National Party's rise to power in 1948, South Africa's racial inequality was officially codified under the system of apartheid. The government passed legislation that institutionalized discrimination and enforced the supremacy of the minority white population. Mandela and the ANC fought back, launching the Defiance campaigns of 1952, a series of nonviolent direct actions uniting black, Indian, and communist coalitions through coordinated civil disobedience. The National Party swiftly cracked down on their efforts, jailing Mandela and banning him from the ANC. Before long, the campaign had died out. In 1956, Mandela and 155 colleagues were tried for treason. While they were ultimately acquitted, Mandela became convinced that apartheid would not fall without armed resistance. In 1961, he formed the MK, a militant branch of the ANC that committed targeted acts of sabotage against the government and its military. The MK's guerrilla tactics were effective, but in August 1962, Mandela was captured. Charged with conspiracy, he received a life sentence. Incarcerated at Robben Island, Mandela remained a symbol of black South African resistance. During his years behind bars, he continued his fight on a smaller scale, organizing against the prison's inhumane conditions through demonstrations and teachings. Calls for Mandela's freedom gradually built up global support, and South Africa's government buckled under growing pressure. Finally, in 1990, after 27 years, Mandela was released from prison. South Africa held its first open elections in 1994. The African National Congress, led by Mandela, won in a landslide. As president, Mandela prioritized national programs that expanded access to social services, education, and housing. His administration also established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which served to investigate and confront human rights violations committed under apartheid. At the end of his first term in 1999, Mandela retired from politics. He continued to commit himself to activism, particularly in response to the AIDS crisis, until the end of his life. In 2013, Mandela died of a respiratory infection at age 95. He still stands as both the father of his nation and an international symbol of hard-won liberation.
Okay, dear students, hope that you have got an idea about the life and works, life and activities of Nelson Mandela. Who is Nelson Mandela? Nelson Mandela is one of the greatest leaders and personalities in all history. What did he do? He sacrificed much to the struggle for freedom in South Africa, including his liberty as well as his private life. Throughout his life, he fought against the apartheid system and established democracy in South Africa. As a leader, he had high hopes and aspirations for the future of South Africa, and he promised to liberate the people of South Africa from poverty, deprivation, and all kinds of discriminations. Please have a look at the title of the topic of the story, Nelson Mandela, from apartheid fighter to president. You should know the meaning of the word apartheid. What is apartheid? We will know about the term apartheid. Apartheid means racial discrimination or color discrimination. The discrimination between the black and the white, or racial segregation. Segregation means separateness or disparity between the races. In a word, separateness between the races. That is apartheid. It was a political system in South Africa in which people, especially the white people, enjoyed full political and social rights, and the black were deprived of those rights and privileges. You should understand that white considered themselves superior and they enjoyed most of the powers and most of the privileges and most of the opportunities. And the black were subjected to all sorts of indignities and they were treated cruelly by the white. The black people were not given any identity. The white considered themselves superior and they considered black people as the inferior race. The black were victims of poverty, deprivation, torture, imprisonment, and all kinds of discriminations. Okay, dear students, you have got an idea about apartheid. Apartheid, it was a system of government in South Africa in which there was discrimination between the black and the white. The black people of Africa were deprived of their rights and privileges, and they were subjected to all sorts of indignities, and they were treated cruelly by the white. They were always deprived of their opportunities. They were tortured by the white people, and they always led a poor life because they were deprived of their opportunities. This is called apartheid. What was Mandela's role? Mandela, throughout his life, fought against apartheid, fought against the white, and tried throughout his life to establish the rights of the black and to establish democracy in South Africa. This is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, throughout his life, fought against discrimination and he wanted to establish the rights of the black in South Africa. At last, he became successful. He continued his fighting, and please have a look at the title. He became successful, and from apartheid fighter, he became the president of South Africa. And for his lifelong struggle, system of apartheid was uprooted from the African soil, and for his lifelong struggle, apartheid is now dead in South Africa. Okay, dear students, I think that we should know the life story or some of the important events of the life of Nelson Mandela. We will try to know about Nelson Mandela. His original name was Rolihlahla Madiba Dalivunga Mandela. His father gave him the name Rolihlahla. He is known to us, he is known all over the world as Nelson Mandela. But at first his father gave him the name Rolihlahla. The name of the word was troublemaker, or who makes problem. The friends always laughed at her, but Mandela never believed in fortune or never believed in fate. He was not confused with his name Rolihlahla. Rolihlahla, it was the name given by his father, but his friends affectionately called him Madiba, which was his clan name. What is clan? That is a group name, a group of families related to each other. His group name was Madiba, and his friends affectionately called him Madiba, but he is known to us as Nelson Mandela. He was born on July 18, 1918 in Mejo, the Transkei, South Africa. Mandela's birthplace was the small South African rural village of Mejo in the district of Kunu. Although the house in which he was born no longer exists, this beautiful village still exists today. He was born in Mejo, in the district of Kunu, in South Africa. In 1920, his family In 1920, his family moved to Kunu when Mandela was only 22. There was a danger that fell on their family. His father was deposed by the government. The government deposed his father as headman for alleged insubordination over a small matter. His father lost his job when Mandela was only 2. But his father never requested them to get his job back because he was proud. And his father showed a proud rebelliousness against the white, and Mandela believed that this quality he inherited from his father. He never requested the white authority to get his job back again. In 1926, this year is very important in the life of Mandela. At the age of 7, Mandela went to Christian school. It was in Kunu. At the age of 7, being prompted by his Christian mother, first went to school. And it was the first member of his family to do so. He was enrolled in a single-room mission school where his elementary school teacher gave him the Christian name, Nelson. At first, his name was Roli Lahla Madiba, which was given, which name was given by his father at his birth. But at the elementary school, his teacher gave him the Christian name, the British name Nelson. Since then, he is known all over the world and known to us as Nelson Mandela. Can you notice the change in his name? His name at first was Roli Lahla Madiba, Dalivunga Mandela. But when he was enrolled in a Christian school, his name was turned into Nelson Mandela. And since then, he is famous all over the world as Nelson Mandela. In 1927, Mandela experienced another sharp change in his life as he saw his father die of lung disease. When Mandela was only 9 years old, when he was at his 9, he lost his father. Then he moved to the great place of Mekhe-Khejwani. Mekhe-Khejwani, it was the home of the paramount chief of Thembuland, that is, the king. Mandela moved to the great place of the paramount chief of Thembuland. It was the royal place. And Mandela stayed there for a long time. And Mandela claimed that his years at the great place groomed him as future leader. From their practices, Mandela knew the techniques of how to become a leader. From this place, Mandela learned the very royal practices and the techniques of leadership. And this place, it brought huge change in the life of Mandela. And then Mandela was only 9. He stayed there for a long time, and then in 1935, I have not given here the example. In 1935, Mandela was enrolled in the secondary education at Clerkbury School. He started secondary education at Clerkbury School. All throughout his life, Mandela fought for establishing racial justice, and he was imprisoned. He was sentenced to life imprisonment on June 12, 1964, and he was sent to Robben Island. Here, he made sufferings, and his life on the Robben Island was very cruel and harsh. He became famous for his movement against apartheid, and his popularity increased. This is why, being afraid of his popularity, the government imprisoned Mandela, and he was in imprisonment. He was in the prison for long 27 years of his life. I have omitted the other events of his life. I will give you more information later. But after his captivity, he was released from the prison in 1990. February 11, 1990, he was released from the prison after 27 years. And Mandela, in his autobiography, mentioned that he passed long 10,000 days in the prison, and on international pressure, the apartheid government of South Africa released Mandela, and after 27 years, he was released from his prison. But Mandela was not afraid of his life, because he thought that his life was beginning anew. And after getting released from the prison, he raised his hands towards the people and told or responded to them, in the life of 71 years, I think that my life was beginning anew. He was not afraid of death. He was not afraid of the apartheid government. After getting released from the prison after long 27 years, in 1991, he was elected African National Congress President. And for his lifelong contribution and for his lifelong struggle, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. In 1993, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. In 1994, this year was very important in the life of Nelson Mandela. Mandela was elected the first black president of South Africa. He was simply a fighter. He fought against apartheid, and he was, the title reminds you, or the title of the story indicates that he was an apartheid fighter. But for his lifelong contribution, for his lifelong struggle, all the barriers of his life, all the barriers were removed, and he became the first black president of South Africa. At the age of 76, Mandela voted in a national election for the first time ever. Please have a look at the slide. At the age of 76, he voted in a national election for the first time. You can imagine that they were deprived of the political rights, or they were deprived of the rights to vote. And at the age of 76, in the year 1994, for the first time, he voted in an election for the first time, and the result was a landslide victory to Mandela and the African National Congress, and they received 62% vote. In 1994, this year is very important because Mandela was elected the first black president of South Africa. On May 9, the first session of the new National Assembly elected Mandela unopposed as President of South Africa. Next day, 10 May 1994, was his presidential inauguration at the Union Buildings in the capital, Pretoria. That was his inaugural ceremony. In 1994, he was elected South Africa's first black president. Can you imagine the change? From the apartheid fighter, he becomes the president of South Africa. And during his stay in the prison, or during his long imprisonment, or during these long years, he wrote a book. He wrote his autobiography, Long Freedom. Long Walk to Freedom. It was also published in December 1994. Nelson Mandela was in power from 1994 to 1999. I think that you got an idea from the video about his duration, in the duration as a president of South Africa. After 1999, he also didn't stop his work. He also continued his work. He continued to work for his country and for humanitarian causes after 1999. You should remember that he also fought for, or he also worked for HIV/AIDS all over the world. He died in 2013 at the age of 95. All his life, throughout his life, he fought against discrimination. And at last, he established democracy in South Africa, and he was successful that for his lifelong contribution, apartheid now is dead in South Africa. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. Okay, dear students, we will go through the text next class. Okay, see you next. Until then, Allah Hafiz.